Sometimes the hurdles aren't really hurdles at all. They're welcome challenges, tests. If one day speed kills me, do not cry because I was smiling. I'm extremely competitive, so when people start counting me out or trying to categorize me, I sorta get hungry. There's a lot of guys that just get comfortable with their positions and rest on their laurels. I had to earn my way. Sometimes people count their chickens before they hatch. I learned a long time ago that if you subscribe and believe the good, you have to believe the bad. My measure is my heart and what I know. When you put goodwill out there, it's amazing what can be accomplished. There's a time and place for everything. But as I get older, I like finding those human moments and really connecting. Maybe I'm not as cool as I once was. The dream is to have it all. Who says you can't have your cake and eat it too? Live this life, that life, this life, you know? You only live one time. I want to get it all in. Train your mind to see the good in everything. My philosophy is, if you can't have fun, there's no sense in doing it. I'm a doer, and whether it was the tsunami in Sri Lanka or the earthquake in Indonesia, I was always saying, I should be there, I should be helping out. I look at people in certain circumstances, and I fall into caretaker mode real quick, real easy. I like to shoulder people up and carry them along, and then I end up creating some kind of dependency. I enable. It's really, really hard for me. If you play with people who are better than you, then you get better. I'm a problem solver. I love people. The more complicated they are, the more I get into them, and I just want to understand what makes them tick. You have to make smart decisions, but you never know what will happen in the future. We're only on the earth for a short period of time. Movies aren't enough. I want to take my success and parlay it into something bigger and better. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist. As you go through the grind and the distraction of a career, it's easy to lose sight of your dreams. I live by go big or go home. That's with everything. It's like either commit and go for it or don't do it at all. I apply that to everything. I apply that to relationships. I apply that to like sports. I apply that to everything. That's what I live by. That's how I like it. What I find really difficult is making career decisions. Normally it will take me 2 weeks. Until the very last minute and I have to say yes or no. For a couple of weeks, I will tune everyone out who is giving me advice, so that I can make a clear decision on my own, and it takes time. You know, all that really matters is that the people you love are happy and healthy. Everything else is just sprinkles on the sundae. I'm not afraid of anything. That's just the way I am. As for Hollywood, I've got a killer job, and I'm having a blast. I have the luxury to go on trips whenever I want and invite my friends who can afford it. And, God willing, I'll be able to do all that till the day I die. You know, I'm a pretty mellow guy. I'm pretty easygoing. I see everyone's perspective. Basically, you're selling a world as an actor, right? I mean, it's like any salesperson. If you believe in your product, you know your product, you sell it a lot better. What I've found recently is the heart, the soul, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't differentiate. If you really live the experience making a movie, it's the same as living it in real life. As crazy as it sounds. I don't care what it is in life, listen to your heart. If you do, no matter what, you win. Surfing soothes me, it's always been a kind of Zen experience for me. The ocean is so magnificent, peaceful, and awesome. The rest of the world disappears for me when I'm on a wave. It's not about working anymore. It's about doing work I can be proud of. I want to have the freedom to do whatever I want. My mom was always really healthy and cautious about her diet, so I'm not a big sugar guy. The fast is tough, it's not easy. It represents too much to too many people. But that's what also makes it fun. When I was younger, the pressure was just being cool. I never thought of myself as a cool guy. I always thought of myself as more of the goofy guy. Me and my buddies are all like brothers. So it's okay for us to say I love you or whatever. It's always cool. I think that comes from my dad. That's just the way he always was. Attitude is attitude. Whether you're a West Coast gangster or East Coast gangster, you know? I have a way of just being ice and just cooling situations and making things work. I almost sabotaged my career. The Fast and the Furious didn't let me, and I'm grateful now. That franchise gave me the opportunity. My parents never looked at my acting as a career. They saw it as a way to help provide for the household. I have friends that are super talented, that are far more talented than I am in certain areas. But it just doesn't happen for them. Sometimes you feel guilty for your success because you know people who deserve it way more. That's one thing about Hollywood. People don't always want what's real. People always want a little more. So for me, it's a compromise. Here you go, that hyper-reality. I am going to continue to work hard. But I do not take it too seriously, I just do what feels right and I really want to have a good time. I'm one of those people that think certain things happen at certain times for all the right reasons. I'm a crazy car guy. I've got an airplane hangar full of cars. I want to work with good people. I don't want to work with screaming, yelling directors who've got daddy issues. I just don't want to deal with those guys. I've always been 1 foot in, 1 foot out of this game because I'm not comfortable with being on the pedestal or the poster. That's just not who I am. I'm more like the grunt. I want to be the guy behind the guy.